Running a restaurant while controlling food cost numbers often feels out of grasp to a typical independent restaurant owner. As an independent restaurant, you often feel like your operating costs are going up every day. There's no better example of this than your food invoices, especially because we don't get preferred pricing like the chain operations get. Every delivery, some commodity price item goes up and they never seem to go down. You even negotiated a prime vendor agreement and you still can't get ahead. You want to blame your distributor. Hey, if you like topics like this, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that bell to make sure you're notified when my next video comes out. And for more tips and tricks to running a profitable restaurant and restaurant owner success stories, make sure you check out my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all your favorite podcasting services. So you want to blame your distributor, but what if it's actually you, not the distributor? What if it's what you do with your product on a daily basis is what's truly killing your food cost, robbing you of profits? Well, I'm going to tell you, it really is you more than that 5 cents a pound more that went up on cheese, which, oh, by the way, a lot of your distributors don't have control over because why? They're commodity pricing. So the market sets what those prices are. Sure, what your markup is controlled by what? Your prime vendor agreement. So you got that under control. So let me tell you about one of my members with 2 restaurants in Wisconsin. He was running a 35.81% food cost in one of his restaurants. Let's just focus on the one. He had a chef that was looking over both restaurants, and chef's best solution was literally to beat up on his sales rep. Why my price is higher? Show me another product. How can I do this better? So on and so forth. Well, I said there's more to this. So we implemented some simple systems. We implemented a key item tracker to prevent theft. We could recognize it and stop it from going forward. So, hey, that's important because as people steal product, your food cost goes up. We implemented a waste tracker. These are both clipboard systems. Hey, maybe we overorder on tomatoes, and every Thursday we're discovering we've got some rotten tomatoes at the bottom of a case. We need to cut back our par level. Maybe we find out that John is burning pizzas and we've got to take him off the oven and put him somewhere else and retrain him before he hits the oven. We stop doing these dumbass mistakes day after day after day. 2 clipboard systems, prevent theft and stop waste. Then we implemented a system I teach called the Restaurant Checkbook Guardian that gives up ordering without giving up your checkbook. Puts your chef, your kitchen manager on a budget. And if they go over budget, they can't just place it and you fix the problem by signing a check. They've got to ask you for permission and they've got to tell you what they did to fix it. Then we implemented simple portion controls on the line, making sure that a 2-ounce ladle was in the right spot and that we used cups and things like that to make sure the same portion went out on the plate every single time. These were nothing major, nothing difficult, but something you have to manage. Well, here's the deal. We dropped his food cost by 6.41%, down to a 29.5% food cost in 3 months. And by the way, this is during the pandemic, when it really, really matters. So here's the deal. Why is that possible? How could we possibly reduce his food cost that much with just a few simple systems? That's because if you had recipe costing cards, perfect, and you ran your restaurant perfectly, no waste, no theft, no spoilage, perfect restaurant, which does not exist. A typical restaurant would never hit that ideal food cost. You can't, it's impossible. A rock star restaurant, a chef or kitchen manager will run 2 points over ideal. A typical restaurant runs 7 to 9 points over ideal food cost. So by simply stopping theft, reducing waste, and putting your kitchen manager or chef on a budget, paying attention to your product, it's very easy to lower your food costs 2-3 points overnight. But when you start making those really big swings, we start looking at portion control and you start truly making a change to your recipes. Before we get to menu engineering, before we get to all these other things, it's easy to make those changes. See, while I want you to work on recipe cost cards, shelf-to-sheet inventory, and ideal versus actual product usage, the big things that make incredible change to your business that are a lot of work, Just focusing on simple things can have a huge impact on your operation. Don't let your KM or chef ignore them. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run. With these trained and responsible people in place, you can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free training course that teaches you exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.